Hello buddies and anime watchers. Today we are going to talk about a topic, which is really controversial in the Narutoverse. So, did Rin love Obito? I know you are going to say, nope, she loved Kakashi. So I'm going to debunk something in this video. So, did Rin love Obito? The answer is yes. Rin loved Obito. Now don't be mad at me. Watch the video till the end, and then put your counterpoints against mine, instead of blindly criticizing me. Let's just talk on facts. So let's begin. The fact is that Rin always loved Obito. She just had a crush on Kakashi, and nothing else. She never loved Kakashi, for real. Did you notice the relationship between Naruto and Sakura? Naruto only had crush on Sakura, but never loved her. Naruto was always attracted to Sakura by her looks, and just had a crush on her. Similarly, Rin also had a crush on Kakashi, and she was just attracted to his skills and nothing more than that. Now you'll say, why am I comparing Rin with Naruto, and why not with Sakura? Well, in the series it has already been explained and shown several times, and even Hiruzen said it, that there are various groups made in the academy in which one boy will be a talented guy and other boy will be an average boy, and there will be a girl in every team who is naturally considered to like the boy who is the talented one, and this will motivate the other boy in the team to rival the talented boy and surpass him in order to be liked by the girl in the team, and it would make the rivals more powerful day by day. But this idea never became true for all the teams, for example, Hinata's team, Rock Lee's team, Shikamaru's team. Similarly, human natures cannot be compared on a similar scale. The two main teams on which that idea worked were Naruto's team and Obito's team. Now Sakura's love for Sasuke was already shown in the series, and she never even cared about Naruto, and that's why even called trash for bullying Naruto, but Rin was totally different from Sakura. She always treated Kakashi and Obito at equal footing and never hated Obito for being less than Kakashi and always understood his struggle and pain. And just so we know that Sakura loved Sasuke, so there is no debate about that. But at the same time, Rin's behavior was totally different towards Obito and Kakashi both. She showed her support to both of them. Since Naruto had a crush on Sakura in Team 7, and Rin had a crush on Kakashi in Team 7, that's why I'm going to compare these two, not on the basis of gender here, but on the basis of the feelings they felt for the ones they loved. So just like Naruto just had a crush on Sakura for her looks and was only attracted to her, similarly Rin also had crush on Kakashi, and she was attracted to him because of his skills. Towards Obito, she never showed even a slight clue of hating Obito. Now, the fact is that Rin loved Obito, not Kakashi. The reason is that the way she behaves with Obito, always taking care of him and being affectionate to him, and was always there whenever Obito was down, proves this in itself. Now this behavior is not only friendly but is something more than that. Even if we compare Rin with Sakura, it would not make a sense because even after Sasuke tried to kill Sakura, even after Sasuke abandoned Sakura, even after Sasuke abandoned Sakura to die in war arc several times, she was still in love with Sasuke. But Rin was never like that. When she got to know that Kakashi tried to abandon her, and it was Obito who saved her, she felt guilty, and she left feeling anything for Kakashi. But at the same time, when Sakura got to know that it was Naruto who saved her from Gaara, not Sasuke, she still didn't care about Naruto, and she still loved Sasuke, which never made any sense for me, but yes, since it was an anime, so it was a true love. So, what are the facts that proves that she loved Obito? Number 1. Love is a natural feeling which reflects in a person's behavior, and we already know that how Rin always cheered Obito up whenever he was down, and also accepted Obito's request of watching over him, and always cared for him. Number 2. Ignorance. She never ignored Obito, just like Sakura did with Naruto. In fact, she was the one who always bandaged him and motivated him and never mistreated him for being less than Kakashi, or for being goofy, or a little bit indisciplined. Also, she never bullied him like Sakura did to Naruto. In fact, she always respected his dream of becoming Hokage. Number 3. She even tried to kiss Obito. Yes, that is true. In manga chapter 653 of Naruto, and also in the anime, it is the proof. What are the facts that proves that she only had a crush on Kakashi? Number 1. Love is in the behavior, and in love you like the person, not only their abilities. She was never affectionate to Kakashi and only blushed when Kakashi was winning in a fight or when she was celebrating Kakashi's achievements. It was the clear proof that she was just impressed with his abilities and nothing else. Number 2. She never even had a friendly or close talk with Kakashi. It was only with Obito. In the series, Rin was never seen spending time with Kakashi but Obito. Number 3. Remember the scene where Kakashi's father died? She just expressed her concern about him to Obito as a friend, and never even approached Kakashi to console him. Whereas, when Obito just suffered a mere failure in the academy, She was always there to give him hope and console him. Number 4, she always celebrated Kakashi's achievements but deep down inside knew the struggle and feelings of Obito and respected him. Number 5, every other girl in the academy had a crush on Kakashi. Now if one of those girls were put on Team 7 with Kakashi, would that mean that girl is in love with Kakashi? Answer is, of course not. So, Rin was just the same other academy girl who just had a crush on Kakashi and was put in Kakashi's team, and there was nothing more than that. Now generally people put an argument that Rin herself confessed to Kakashi that she was in love with Kakashi. Now let me clear things up. First of all, officially Rin never actually confessed to Kakashi what she felt about him. Maybe she was about to, but she did not. Look at the official manga chapter 244, where Rin was about to say something about her feelings but she did not. And Rin is not a bad person like Sakura or a typical mean girl of the team. This is what happened in the chapter. Now second thing is, Rin was too young to understand the difference between love and a crush. She confused having a crush means you are in love. It's just like when kids often say that they are in love with somebody because they think that the person is cool and attractive, but they never marry the same person as they never were in love. So basically, there is a difference between love and attraction. The 16-year-old Naruto did not know the difference between love and a crush, so how would Rin know? Naruto only had a crush on Sakura but he fell in love with Hinata. Similarly, Rin thought that she was in love with Kakashi, but it was just a crush, and if she had not died, then after growing up she would have recognized her true feelings for Obito and eventually married him. So back to the point. After Obito got crushed by a boulder, Rin and Kakashi tried to escape, but there were enemies all around. At that time, Rin thought that either she or Kakashi or both of them were going to die, so she must confess her feelings before the death of either one of them, or both of them. Then Kakashi tells her to escape and decided to handle enemies on his own, but Rin told him that no, she was not leaving him. Then Kakashi tells her that because of Obito's promise he will protect Rin and said that Obito loved her, but she got panicked and she thought she was going to die, so she said, "Then Kakashi, my feelings." Then Kakashi immediately told her that he tried to abandon her. Then we see a sense of realization and guilt on her face. And in the next scene we see Minato saving Kakashi. So Rin never even said her full dialogue in the official manga or in the anime. Now in the manga or in the anime she never actually said the full dialogue, and in fact realized her mistake and felt the guilt. Then after that, we don't even see Rin blushing around Kakashi or being close to him. She just left feeling for Kakashi because it was not a true love, it was just a crush. Now talking about Sakura, she really loved Sasuke, and never even got close to Naruto even after Sasuke left the village. In fact, she loved Sasuke even after he abandoned her or tried to kill her multiple times and rejected her several times. But Rin, we saw that she tried to kiss Obito and spent more time with Obito and was very affectionate to him and cared about him. And Rin left feeling for Kakashi when he told her that he tried to abandon her, whereas this was not the same case with Sakura. Also we saw Rin with Kakashi only when they were in the team. She never even tried to approach Kakashi. She never approached him as a friend or a lover. She never even approached him when his father died. Like that was the basic need if she was in love with Kakashi. But she never did that, she did not care much. Now another thing people say is that Obito himself told Kakashi that she loved Kakashi and chose to die by his hands. You should know that was the thinking of Obito about Rin, and that was not the truth. In childhood, Rin used to crush on Kakashi, so Obito thought that she loved Kakashi, not Obito. But deep down inside Obito was well aware of the fact that Rin had affectionate feelings for him, and that she cares about Obito so much. Again, as we have already seen Obito not liking Rin crushing over Kakashi, Obito also thought that she loved Kakashi because she always celebrated Kakashi's achievements. As Obito was also a kid, he also did not know much about love until he lost Rin. The thing is that Rin did not celebrate Obito's becoming Chunin in front of everyone because till that point of time almost everyone in the academy was a Chunin. So if she will invite everyone to celebrate that, they may make fun of Obito and consider that it was not a big achievement. Whereas Kakashi became Jonin, which nobody from the academy could become at that time, so it was special. That's why Rin invited everyone to celebrate that. All these things made Obito think that Rin pays attention to Kakashi and that's why she loves him. But it was all only a crush and an attraction to Kakashi's skills and nothing else. Last and the most important thing, the afterlife scene. You all will come up and shout at me, how did Rin realize her mistake and true feelings towards Obito? So here is the proof. Rin was waiting for Obito in afterlife. Rin was waiting for Obito for 20 years, and 20 years is not a joke. I don't know how the timeline works in Afterlife, but according to Earth's time, it was 20 years. Rin was waiting for Obito, she was not waiting for Kakashi. And people are dumb enough to argue that. No, she was waiting because she promised Obito that she will watch over him. Then to make you clear, in the official manga where Obito reunited with Rin, the whole background color was blue and white, and in Japanese culture, the combination of blue and white color represents love and secrecy with your loved one. It is a promise that people start life with their love of life to complete it till their last breath. So, it is the sign of being together forever. Also in the anime, the animators turned the background pink, because pink color alone solely signifies the love feeling. Another argument ridiculous fans and low IQ people put is that Rin never said I love you to Obito in Afterlife when she met him. So, I will just increase their IQ by letting them know that she never also actually confessed her love to Kakashi. She was about to, but she didn't, and what did you expect her to do? Just grab Obito? And say immediately, "Oh my god Obito, I love you so much," after they have just met in Afterlife? Rin and Obito never officially confessed their love to each other, but they already knew about each other's feelings. And you just grab a person and say I love you immediately, when you were already in a relationship with that person before, and when you have already confessed your love to him before, so that when you will grab that person won't feel awkward at the moment. That is why, it was a common sense, that it would really be awkward if she grabs Obito suddenly, to say I love you, without even having a previous love confession or without having been in a committed relationship already. Of course, it should have been the common sense of low IQ people, that Obito and Rin had just met each other. Obito even told Rin that, "Before spending alone time with you, I want to help Kakashi." Rin was not dumb enough to get what does spending alone time mean, especially if you are alone with a boy. So, it was like this, Obito's soul went back to Kakashi to help him, then Obito came back to Rin and then their relationship together in Afterlife, as lovers, was meant to grow eventually, and then in future, a moment was finally meant to come, where Rin will finally confess her love to Obito. They were never together in a committed relationship before, so why will she grab Obito to suddenly say, "Oh my god Obito, I love you," even after knowing that Obito had gone through a lot, and he needed some time with Rin and then the confession was meant to happen when they would have been alone. So, it was all about development in a relationship. But low IQ people expected Rin to grab Obito and say I love you, even after knowing that Obito had just gone through a lot and their committed relationship had just begun, so it would be awkward to suddenly say I love you, without spending time with the person, and without any development in the relationship, because before that, Obito and Rin spent time with each other as friends when they were on Earth. Although Obito always loved Rin, but it was Rin who didn't realize her love for Obito, and was crushing over Kakashi. The fact that Obito's afterlife scene was not explored or shown to audience, does not change the fact that both Obito and Rin were going to spend alone time with each other forever. That's why the truth is that, Rin would have confessed her love to Obito after spending more time with Obito in Afterlife, and after both finally becomes committed to each other. And here we are talking about Japanese culture, in which people get into the relationship and it takes a development in a relationship, to finally say I love you, although both know very well, that they both love each other. But still confessing love in Japanese culture does not happen overnight, even if both of them know inside that they both love each other. Now just coming to another dumb argument, that Obito meeting Rin in Afterlife was his Tsukuyomi dream. Bruh, what? What? I'm telling you, this was the most dumbest argument out of everything ridiculous I have heard among Naruto fandom. My answer is that, if Obito meeting Rin in Afterlife is his Genjutsu, then Obito meeting Kakashi, Obito giving Kakashi his DMS, and entering Kakashi's body to give his DMS and Sage of Six Paths chakra, was also a Tsukuyomi dream. Then the Susanoo should also be a Tsukuyomi dream. Oh, what can I say? Dumb fans can't accept the truth, that's why they make ridiculous arguments. They say Obito met Rin as his childhood self, that's why it was his own Genjutsu. So, Obito also met Kakashi in his childhood form, in which Kakashi was himself a child also when Obito gave him his power. So isn't that too a Genjutsu? Then Obito giving powers to Kakashi is also a Genjutsu. Kakashi using Susanoo is also a Genjutsu. Kaguya got defeated is also a Genjutsu. And Naruto and Sasuke won against Kaguya is also Obito's Genjutsu. I mean, how dumb can you be? I don't know why people don't apply their common sense. Obito himself told Rin that chakra connect dimensions, that's why he could travel dimensions with his Kamui. I mean, how much proof do you want? This is the clear proof that Obito met real Rin and then traveled back to real Kakashi to help him. Another thing is that Rin was waiting for Obito in a middle dimension, just like Sakuma was waiting for Kakashi in the middle dimension to ask Kakashi for his forgiveness after Kakashi died in Pain Arc. So, in the middle dimension of Kakashi, only Sakuma Hatake was waiting, not Rin. Rin was nowhere to be found there. And if Rin would have been waiting for Kakashi, then Kakashi would have met Rin in the middle dimension along with Sakuma. But Rin was not there at all, which means neither Kakashi nor Rin loved each other. Ever. There was nothing between the two. But when Obito died, Rin was waiting for Obito in his middle dimension, which clearly means that both loved each other. But some fans lacked common sense, so, is that Kishimoto's fault? Do you really want Kishimoto to literally go on social media and tell that? Improve your IQs. Naruto dumb fans! Also, Obito meeting Rin and Kakashi in a childhood form was Kishimoto's decision, which was never explained why he did that. So blame Kishimoto for writing such stuffs. Don't make dumb assumptions by thinking that, oh, it was Obito's genjutsu. If Obito only had to live in a genjutsu with Rin, he would not have started the war at all. The last thing I would like to say is that Kishimoto is bad at writing female characters, but with Rin he was fine. At least we did not get to see her behave like Sakura, and so Rin was a good female character but should have portrayed more genuinely or powerful in the series. So guys, that's all for today. Hope you liked this video. Now leave a like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments section.